It is just happened. The weekly job report in US, it is coming down to the July. Whenever we talk about the July job reports, then we need to take a look over the how much employment rate has been generated over the last few years. So in this particular video, we will learn something valuable about the job report in US. And whenever you take a look over the US job report, then you will get to know about how much jobs they have get in this particular industries and which kind of industries are really generated a high job in US, and everything else I will explain you related to how job opening is the lowest level ever since the April 2021, and the employees are the less confident under securing the new job and cool down their labor market. And what are the opinions of regarding the state of labor market and how economy predict a recession and job losses in US, and the August CPI report the more important for the September decisions. So everything else about this kind of stuff in the higher interest rate environment, how you need to create more wealth by doing the similar thing and stronger thing by yourself. So in this video, we will learn everything else regarding that. So the Federal Reserve Bank is wanting to bring inflation down at the 2% level. So in order to achieve the 2% level at the inflations, the Federal Reserve Bank has to be just increase their weights over there. Whenever we see in the market the job growth over this month, it is higher than the June. What is why it is happened over there? It has happened just because of hospitality industries is grown by quite a lot as compared to another industries. Whenever we look at the contribution overall, the inflations, it has happened just because of the wages of this employee, it gone up very rapidly, which is almost 44%, 40.4%. And whenever you look at this kind of data, then you will get to know about the economy. The Federal Reserve, when the Powell is seeing this kind of data, they try to observe why it is happening over there. They try to bring down all the inflations which is going inside this market. That is the reason Powell is more concerning about this data, just because of the job data has been declared, which is almost very high as compared to the previous month. So what can they do in order to get a high returns, high, in order to just blow down all the inflations in the near terms? So the job losses in the professional businesses and the transport industry is really high, and the information sector, IT sector, it's very low as compared to the another hospitalities and the other sectors. So job growth and losses and sector specific sector is based on that. So it's depending on your, if you are employed in any company, it will depending on your perceptions, how you think about that the sector. And if you are working in the IT sector, you might be facing some of the layoff, companies lay off very aggressively. And if you don't understand really well what gonna be happen, it will make you fear, just because of you don't understand really well how these company are just lay off their all employees from their company. And it has happened just with US. In US, Google, Apple, and many of other companies like Amazon, these are the tech giants. They are holding biggest wealth in all across the world. That's why they are lay off the massive people and from their company. And this has happened with that. And whenever you look at the Federal Reserve Bank as saying that we have to just tight all the inflation and all the labor market, and that is driven and excessive wealth. And because of that, they are getting excessive waste from the company. That means the inflation of this country, it also rise up. People just demanding a whole lot of things. They're consuming many of things. That's why the inflation of the things is going up. And just for bringing down all this inflation, Federal Reserve have to be just raise their high interest rate in the next meeting of September. So it can be happen When we see the job opening elevate is compared to the previous pandemic level, it is elevate level. That is why the Fed is talking about that. Now, the employee which are doing their job in their company, they are less confident about the new job because they are not understanding what is going on in the industries. And whenever they think that it is could be happen, the worker leverage in general decreasing the more compared to the last year, just because of the worker is not able to take more leverage from the company, and when they not able to take more loans from the banks, whenever they don't able to afford their loans because of the interest rate is really high, it's near to 6%. When they not able to afford the pay the interest rate as they're getting from the banks, they are just avoid to take leverage or loan from the banks. The opinion varies regarding the state labor market and whether the economists are saying about the financial market. But most part and the best part over there is that whenever the soft landing in any economy and whenever the quantitative easing is happening in any economy, they are getting whole lots of free money cash flow for their people. And whenever they get free cash flow from their country to people, that means they are going to just buy whole lot of things. And whenever it is happen, then the inflation is also going up just because of they are purchasing lots of things and the things are not available in the market as they really want to buy the things. So the recession is expected to affect the government tax revenue, and just because of the government tax revenue is not the good at a time, just because of the economists predicting the job losses in US is maybe in future gonna be really high, just because of the job losses in US is the normally, and it can be happen with any company. And at this time many of company are just lay off their all employees from their company. And the major bank is predicting the high employment rate for the major bank is also predicting the high employment rates at this time, but many of employees are they are getting higher salary as compared to previous month. So what they thinking about that? I don't believe that they are getting the high employment rate. So the point over here is that in near term, the Federal Reserve in the next meeting they can be decided to rate hike in this next meeting, just because of they are observing this kind of data. By observing this kind of data, they are understanding that the market, the quantitative easing in the market is going to be really up. And if it is happen, then the rich class, those who are rich, they can easily afford to buy a house. But the people who are poor, they cannot afford to buy the house. Just because of that, they are just the poor people and middle class families cannot afford the house. There is a reason why the people are not really well. Just because of the mortgage loan interest rate is really high. If if the people who are low income family and the middle income family they cannot afford the home really well, that's why they are avoiding at this time to buy the house. Just because of the higher interest rate, it's make difficult to buy the home at the low prices. And the rich individual also buy, they can afford anything because of they are rich, and it has happened in this way. So let me know in comment box how you need to take this event very seriously or very easily. So how you think about that? You need to just go in the comment sections and type your possible answer. I will give you a message.